Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we are talking about Shang-Chi in the Legend of the Ten Rings. I thought it was pronounced Shang at first, but in the movie they pronounced it Shang-Chi. So, yeah, and I will not be doing spoilers in this review because I'm hoping to make another review with spoilers. So this one shouldn't have any spoilers. So yeah, let's talk about it. So I thought it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I loved the action scenes. The martial arts action scenes were awesome. They were probably some of the best action we've seen in the MCU. I think I said similar things about Black Widow, but this one had better action, I think, than Black Widow did. And yeah, the final battle had some action that was less martial arts and more CGI, which, what do you expect? It is an MCU movie. That's been one of the biggest complaints in the MCU so far, and they haven't changed anything yet. But the cast did a great job. I thought everybody was perfectly cast. The characters were fun. This was my first introduction to Shang-Chi. I never heard of him until they announced this movie. I was like, wait, what? Who's that? And then I found out that he's this martial artist. And I was like, okay, this sounds like it's gonna be cool. I still have research to do on Shang-Chi to learn some more things about him. But it did a great job at introducing us to this character who is brand new and who is not as popular, so they have more explaining to do. And that's just Shang-Chi. That his best friend Katie, who was also a fun character, and she wasn't just a side character like some best friends are in movies. She was actually a big part of the movie. The Mandarin, Shang-Chi's father, he was awesome. If you were disappointed by the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, I think you'll be happy to see this version of the Mandarin. He's not exactly like he was in the comics, but he's still a really good villain. And I definitely want to talk more about him in my spoiler review. But yeah, he was a great villain.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was probably
and he actually had a good reason to do what he was doing. He wasn't just hey, I want to kill people. Let's kill people. He was like, I want to do this. I have to do this. I feel like I have to. I'm not going to give away too much of what it was, but it was some emotional stuff too. I thought it was really good. And yeah, I don't know how else to explain it without spoiling it, so I'm just going to try to move on. And yeah, I feel like it was a really good movie in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. But I'm also a huge fan of the MCU, so that might be why I liked it so much. It was martial arts movie meets MCU movie. That was awesome. The cast was great. The characters were great. I'm not sure if it was just the screen I saw it on. I did go to the theater to see it as well as the drive-in. So I saw it, and some scenes were kind of hard to see. I don't know why. Maybe it was just me, but maybe it was just the screen I was watching it on. But some of the scenes, it's hard to tell what was going on because it was hard to see. But besides that, I didn't have too many complaints. I mean, if you get annoyed with the MCU always relying on CGI final battles, you're not gonna like the final battle in this one, because I thought it did feel very different from the rest of the movie because it was very CGI heavy, and the first awesome fights were not. They were fully hand-to-hand martial arts, but I didn't mind it. I enjoyed the final battle. It wasn't that bad. It's not the greatest final battle we've ever had, but it wasn't bad either. And yeah, I think that's all I can really say without spoiling it. So, yeah, I would probably give this movie, I don't know, maybe 9, either 8.5 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, I'm not sure. But that's also coming from an MCU fan, so that could be different. If you are a huge MCU fan, this is a must-see in theaters, especially if you're itching to go back to the theater. Maybe you didn't want to see Black Widow for some reason because, well, it was on Disney Plus Premium Access, and this isn't. If you really want to go back to the theater and you're a huge MCU fan, I would say go see this in theater. If you're not a huge MCU fan, then I'd just wait for it to come to Disney Plus for free, or wait for it to rent it on DVD, just because it was a really good movie. But if you're not a huge fan of the MCU, you might not like it as much. If you like martial arts movies, this also might be one you have to see. in theaters, I'm not really sure, because once you get to the final battle, there's a bit less of the martial arts stuff, but it was still there. Also, something I forgot to mention is the way they did the 10 rings was also really good. It's different from the comics, because in the comics they're actual rings that went on your finger. These ones they're kind of like wristbands or whatever you want to call them. But the way they did it was really cool, and I don't want to say anything else about them because I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah. So if you're a Marvel fan, go see it in theaters. If you're not, you can probably wait for Disney Plus or DVD. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Tell me what you thought of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was okay? If you saw it. This is a bit late. It's later than I wanted to because I was busy. I wasn't able to see it on time. And then it took me a while to end up writing and then recording the review. So that took a while. But I really wanted to talk about this movie. Because I want to be able to talk about the Eternals and Spider-Man No Way Home. Definitely Spider-Man No Way Home. As well as like Hawkeye, the TV show, because that's the one I'm most excited for. But yeah, so if you like that, I've also reviewed Black Widow, both a spoiler-free and a spoiler review. So if you like that, please go ahead, please check that out. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. And yeah, if you like this video, please hit like. Thanks for taking the time to watch. I hope to see you guys in the next video. And if you're wondering, yes, this is my attempt to make Shang-Chi in Lego Avengers, but he's not the greatest. I could have found better pieces, but he's not bad. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.